Hi, I'm back for a quick word. I'm going to read a devotional and then hopefully it'll just be short. I did make it back from the mailbox. I actually did slip and fall, but thankfully I was fine. It took about 35 minutes total. It was just, took me longer because the snow was thick, and I'm wearing boots that are a little bit bigger than my foot, but not much. They're actually pretty good. So I just want to read this devotional. It's continuing in the same book I've been reading. And this section is called Healing Matters, and the title is The Best of Both Worlds. Who makes the best counselor? Not the people who ask you to rise to their level without ever having lived in the pits. You also don't want advice from those who have suffered but haven't made real stride to rise above where they are and find true healing. Usually the best counselor is one who is standing in a place of healing and wholeness and has reached those heights from the lowest places. He or she has come from a place of pain and has found the path to overcome. With God, you get the best of both worlds. His Son has been where you are. He has suffered in every way you have, but he now lives in the heavenlies and invites you to share in the healing. Identify with the one who can identify with you. He knows your pain and can show you exactly how to rise exactly how to rise again from the ashes of your pain. The verse is, "It is by Christ you have been saved, and God raised us up with Christ and seated us with him in the heavenly realms." Ephesians 2:5 through 6. So, again, I have gone through many seasons of healing over the last, 8 to 10 years, probably longer. But I'm just kind of focusing on these last over 8 years in my life. I've had many other healings throughout my life. I've had losses like I've talked about. I did lose twins, and I also had a miscarriage when I was overseas in Japan. I was about 9.5 weeks. And those things really do change you. They change who you are. And I got a shower. I haven't had a shower in like 3 days, so that was really amazing. So I'm not wearing a hat. So my hair is down, which I do like to wear it down. I also wear it up and whatnot. I'm not working today. I'm home, so that's kind of nice. I'm getting ready to watch a movie. It's called The Hill. It's based on a true story. Dennis Quaid is in it. I think it's about baseball, and it's about relationships and about his son and stuff. Some of it is, really hard to watch. And I just think about relationships pretty much every day, how people get along, how people love each other, and how we can better love each other as parents and grandparents and friends, and, just how are we treating our relationships? And it is hard because we get tired and we get frustrated and we get thinking about ourselves and what we want. I really do have to step back and take more time for myself. I want to be having enough strength to be able to do the things that I want to do, but also to be able to help people in a positive way. This new journey for me has been really good. There's been many bumps in the road with my health, with the arthritis and some unknowns in other parts of my body. But I really have been enjoying it. I've been learning to let go more and learning to laugh at myself and enjoy life, and, really just be content with whatever I have or don't have, enjoy in plenty and want. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for so many things. I really do appreciate all of you that take the time to watch my videos. They're new, they're raw. I'm hoping maybe they're fresh. It's just a look into my life. And I'm sharing, some of my things that I've been through. And maybe you've been through those things too, where you have lost a friend, or you are divorced, or maybe you're not getting along with your children or your grandchildren, or you want to have that better relationship with Jesus. And also the exercising and the eating. I have a lot of different things that I'm doing. I'm not just doing one thing. Because we kind of have to work on all the areas. We have to work on our spiritual and our physical and our emotional, and we really have to love and respect ourselves. I think when you can love and respect yourself, you're more able to have the patience to love and respect others. And it goes a really long way. And here's the thing. you have to be willing to love and respect others before they probably are going to be willing to do it for you. And I'm not saying if you have a relationship that's not going well and you're not talking with that person, I'm not saying that means you have to call them up and start making it right, because maybe they don't want to. But when you can love and respect yourself, then you're better able to do that for other people. And you can practice all the time. You can practice with strangers, with coworkers, with other friends, with other family, so that you can get better at it. I'm working on it every day. I really do love and respect myself, and that helps me to love and respect others. Do I always know how to do it right? Do I always say the right thing, do the right thing? No, I don't. I mess up a lot. But I will take it to the Lord and I will pray about it. And if I need to apologize, I will apologize. And I don't care what age you are. If you're a child or an adult, adults are not always right. Parents are not always right. Grandparents are not always right. We do make mistakes. And I'm not opposed or against saying to my grandchild, you know what? I'm really sorry I messed up. I'm sorry I was impatient. I'm sorry that I'm frustrated. I always want to be kind and loving, and it's really important to show that to especially the children in your life. I think throughout the Bible, Jesus talks about children and how much he loves them, and that he says, no, don't stop them from coming to me. He wants them to come. And so we should be the same way. We really have to watch out for our children. I think about children and animals, they need care, and we need to be willing to care for them and help them out. And so I am learning a lot in this season. And I am looking forward to some things in my life in the future. There's still more roadblocks, financially. I really can't move out where I'm at. And yet I've really been ready to move out on my own. I want to say since 2019, I really wanted to have my own place. I obviously wasn't ready in 2016 when I was separated, and then now, divorced over 2.5 years. So I feel like I am ready to have my own place and have maybe a dog. Maybe I won't have any animals. I do have a hamster that's kind of living in my bathroom. I made it a bin, to live in and everything, so it would have enough room. I don't really think she's that happy. I feel like she needs more space. I feel like she doesn't get a lot of attention. I don't really hold her and pick her up. She's sort of a little on the grumpy side. She just kind of wants her own space. But anyways, it's not really my hamster. But because of the cats, it's got to stay in here. So my grandson really wanted the hamster, but it didn't really turn out like we thought it would. And then there's a whole story to that. When we were talking about it at the store, this really sweet lady overheard us, and she gave us like $52 to help us to get the hamster. I just thought I saw something outside. That's why I looked. Anyways, it really is a beautiful day. I love that it's warm and that I was able to go out walking for 35 minutes total. It wasn't a really fast walk because there was a lot of snow and I was in heavy, winter stuff and the boots and everything. And other than, falling, I really did fall. I hit the ground, but thankfully I'm feeling okay. And having the shower really helped. I didn't have a shower for 3 days, and I just really realized that I needed that. I usually shower daily because I exercise and I get sweaty. But because of the being at home and, just kind of doing whatever, I didn't get a shower. And it really makes a difference. I didn't really even put makeup on yet. I'm kind of learning to, I don't know. I don't know about you, the women out there that wear makeup. You can kind of tend to get in that mindset of, well, I got to put the makeup on. And I really do enjoy to wear dresses and put makeup on. And I don't do it, it's not super noticeable. It's just to help kind of smooth out my face. I had really bad acne when I was a teenager, and bigger pores and stuff. And so it's just nice to put that on. And then just put a little bit of lip stuff, and eyeshadow and stuff. And that's really about it. It's just real quick. And I am wearing a dress. I'm not going to really show you the rest of it, but I was doing laundry. I am doing laundry. So I just grabbed something that I normally wouldn't be wearing out during the winter. But anyways, think about you know, what do you still need to work on? What do you still need to address in your life? Who has hurt you, and not addressing it and not coming to terms with it. Even if it's yourself, maybe, you're over what somebody did to you, but you're still not dealing with the hurt inside of you. Like, you really have to own that hurt. You have to say, this is my hurt. I know this person did this to me, but they've moved on. They've done, whatever. I can't change them. The only person that you can change is yourself. You have to work on yourself, and you want to be the best version of yourself for you. And that's what I've done over these years. I've had to choose to work on myself. And I think that's always going to be an ongoing thing as you learn, and there's lots of process as you go through maybe new layers of what's going on in your life, and how maybe you didn't even know you were doing a certain thing or feeling a certain way, and something will come up. Like when you get a trigger, when something happens, when you smell a certain thing, it might remind you of Christmas, or when you see a certain thing, it might trigger you, not in a good way. There's many things that can trigger us in a good way. But there's a lot of things in life that can trigger us in a bad way, and cause us stress and cause us anxiety and cause us to maybe even lash out at somebody else and not realize it. I've had it happen to me, and I've had to apologize to people about it, Anyways, that's probably another time. I'm sure I will have plenty of opportunities to share with you my heart and my love for Jesus, and more devotionals and more things out of the Bible, and maybe some hobbies, and show you some of my pictures, my other pictures. Maybe I'll even do some painting, if I can figure out how to film that. And I'd really love to do some cooking with you. I don't know how well that will work. I don't know how to do all this editing and stopping and going and stuff. So it would probably, be a longer video, and I'm not sure y'all would want to watch that. What I'm noticing is I don't know that y'all are watching all of my video, like all the way through. And again, I'm trying to keep them shorter, less than 20 minutes, less than 15 minutes. Some of them are 5, some of them are 7, whatever, that you would watch the whole video through. If you're going to bother to click the video on, that you would hear what I have to say. I really make an effort, if I'm going to click a video on, to watch the whole thing. And I'm not going to commit to something that's an hour if I don't have the time. So usually I will click on videos that are less than 30. Really nice if they're 5 or 10 or 15, even 20. If I have a regular person that I watch and I know they're really good, and it's a sermon or something like that, I will make the time and I will sit and watch something for an hour or an hour and a half. But I don't do it a lot, especially now with doing my channel. I really have to guard my time, and I don't want to be on here all the time. And so I'm just kind of learning, and I am subscribing to other people and looking at some of their stuff. I haven't looked at all of their stuff, but I want to support the people that are the small channels. I want them to get their subscriptions and their likes and get comments and bring up their the stuff so that they can also get earned income. In this day and age, it's getting harder and harder, especially as we get older. And if this is a way that we can earn income and share our stories and make somebody's life better. I was thinking about Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. But I just thought about how it was a guy that loved his kids, and he wanted to get closer to see his kids. Robin Williams was the one that was in it. And basically, he dressed up so that he could be their nanny. And what ended up happening is, it all fell apart, and mom found out and everything. And so it was a big hot mess. And so he ended up getting on this show as Mrs. Doubtfire. And he would read stories, and it was really cool. Like he had his own channel, so to speak. And there was puppets and things and stuff. And so it was really entertaining and fun. And then, his ex-wife, I believe they did divorce, kind of let him back into their life. It didn't really make it so that they were like necessarily getting back together, but I guess she understood that the kids really loved their dad, and even though he was kind of not being truthful and all the stuff with, you know, pretending and whatnot, she was starting to let him back in so that he could visit the kids, and the kids just loved him. And you know, he was an amazing guy, and he was just like, I'll do anything, I want to see my kids. And I think the brother was the one that like made the mask and everything, and he had padding, and so he looked like an older woman. And one of my favorite parts in that movie is when he's at his apartment and the lady has to come and like do inspections to make sure it's like an okay place for the kids to come visit. And so she comes to see him, but he's dressed up as Mrs. Doubtfire. And so she comes up and he's like, oh, you know, I'm his sister and stuff. And then his mask falls off and it goes out the window and it gets ran over. And he's just like, oh, great, you know, and whatnot. And so he takes like a pie or something in the refrigerator and, you know, he smashes it on his face. And I don't know, maybe it was lemon meringue, I'm not even sure. But the lady comes in and she's just kind of looking at him, and he's like, you know, Mrs. Doubtfire's like, this is, you know, great for your face. And then it was dripping because he was going to make tea for her. And I'm babbling, I'm sure, but this part of the movie is hilarious to me. And the stuff drops in and the tea, and he's just like, you know, one or two. And, you know, so basically he would be keeping the secret that he was being Mrs. Doubtfire and him and all this stuff. And so I don't know, check out the movie. It's an older movie. I don't know what year, maybe it's in the 90s or something. I think you can find it. Maybe you have to go to Amazon to buy it. I don't know. I was going to say Blockbuster, but they don't have Blockbuster anymore. But I don't know. Mrs. Doubtfire, I really do like the movie, and my oldest son really liked it as well. It's a funny movie. And I've always liked Robin Williams. I was really sad when all that went down with him. I won't even get into that. For a while, I really couldn't watch any of his movies. But anyways, I really hope you have a good day. This might be my last video for today. I have other chores to do. Not that many more. Like I said, I'm going to watch a movie, and I think I'm going to do my snap beating while I watch and just kind of relax and enjoy the rest of the day. I'll be back at work tomorrow. As long as, you know, the storm doesn't do anything else, I do have rides for Thursday and Friday to work and home. And then I'll be back off on the weekend. So if I don't see you, I hope y'all have a good day and a good evening. And I hope that other people are checking out your videos. I would ask that you would please subscribe and like and comment and, you know, share if you like. I may have already said this before, and if I did, I apologize. I'm not trying to overly, you know, ask you to do that. But if I don't ask, I feel like you might forget, because I don't always subscribe. And so now that I'm really aware of doing the subscribing and stuff, I want to be intentional to help other people out. You know, I think everybody that starts a channel wants to be successful, whether they're, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50. The group that I'm kind of in is the 40 plus, and I'm 57. So I'm getting closer to the 60s. But I just appreciate it. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you listening. And I hope that you will be intentional to ask those questions. Ask those questions of yourself. Do your journaling. And if you do know Jesus, ask him about these things. Ask a close friend. You know, have some accountability. And if you don't know Jesus, again, do some research. See what he's all about. There are so many avenues. And if you have a phone, there's really no excuse for you to not search and find out who Jesus is. If you can go search the best Nike shoes or whatever it is you want to search, I believe that you can find some really good information on the internet about Jesus. I have a Bible app. You can get a Bible app, and you can, you know, read the Word of God right on your phone. They also have lots of devotionals. You can go to Barnes and Noble and get all kinds of books about Jesus and about Christianity. And, you know, what do you believe? What don't you believe? How were you raised? Did you go to church when you were a child? You know, I had a really bad experience not too long ago with a cult church, and thankfully I knew right away that this was not for me. And so I had to really be careful, but I had to just be like, yeah, I'm not going to be going to your church. So anyways, there is a lot out there, and I just want you to be safe, and I want you to make good choices. And so I don't know. I guess that's all I want to say. I really hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching, and take care. Blessings.